one way to avoid saying anything painful is just to avoid saying anything. Period. Just be silent.
But silence isn't always golden. We're social creatures who live in families and communities, and we thrive on communication. We have so many things to share, like wisdom, advice, and experience. How do we speak up for the values and causes we care about without causing discomfort to those listening?
The trick is to think before we speak, so that our words accomplish their intended purpose, without causing a negative reaction in the mind and the heart of the listener.
Here's an example of what not to do.
Let's say you believe that everyone should only eat organic produce. When you bump into your neighbor at a grocery store, you think it's your chance to finally convince her. So without thinking, you say, anyone who eats non-organic is stupid, and they're poisoning themselves and their family.
Yikes.
In your zeal to convince her, you start by criticizing her. So she goes on the defensive. She immediately starts thinking of arguments to counter your attack. You don't know what you're talking about, or you're crazy for accosting people at the supermarket, or even you're not so healthy either.
You had the best intentions to share helpful advice, but you undermined your efforts with how you said it. That's onus devarim. Your neighbor felt offended and shrugged off anything you had to tell her. Now your friendship with that neighbor just went down a notch and forgot about her buying organics. Next time, leave out onus devarim. Instead of making her feel attacked, take a softer, more respectful approach.
Maybe you could say, I know the non-organics are often less expensive. Maybe you haven't seen some of the data. I just read this amazing article. Can I share it with you? Now she appreciates that you cared enough to mention it to her. And who knows what produce aisle you'll find your neighbor in next week. Maybe the organics.
Try this at home. Today, practice effective speech without onus devarim. Take note of the emotional reaction of whomever you're speaking to. Are your words and tones helping or hurting when you make your case?
I'm Yudit.
And I'm Ze'ev.
And we're keeping it clean.